Okay, so it should start right now. So I'm just gonna try to do a quick video just to explain um, which rank I will give to each god in the game. I won't rank. I won't put a rank on Chinese gods, even though there are some player which play them, but it's not really important gods for me because I don't play them so much and I don't play against them so much either. So I will say with the garden stuff and some of broken god power, if you want an idea, I will just put them in A for the three gods. The boss, I mean, they all have their advantage and stuff, but I think overall Chinese economy is a bit weird, but with the gardens it's pretty okay. So for me they will be around A. But I don't think Chinese can really actually compete against the S rank, which is in my mind. So yeah. So I'm gonna start just going to the left to the right. So I'm gonna place Gaia in A actually, and I have only 3 ranks because for me the game is kinda even. I mean, it's just some matchup which are complicated for some gods, but overall I will say the game is, I mean, the game is quite even. It's quite nicely patched, I will say. So yeah, I will put Gaia in A tier. Even if for me she's kinda between A and B. I'm gonna explain why. Because I would say she has a really strong. First, I'm talking only about 1v1. I really don't care about team game actually for the rank system. Otherwise, in team game I will just literally put every god which can actually raid a lot, or maybe some team game I could just put some boomer in some close map like Alfheim or whatever. Also, team game is kinda different too. But yeah, we'll put Gaia in A just because she has a really broken economy, and on water she's probably one of the best god in water with Egyptian mostly. So I will just put her in A because she's overall balanced and she will struggle against a lot of matchup, but in some of the game, some of the maps, she's really strong. So I'm gonna put A for Gaia. Okay, so Hades is mostly A2, but it's kinda AB for me because he has, well, he's Greek, so he has a really strong army, but he's more a defensive god. So if you're really strong with your macro, it's gonna be literally A easily. But if you're not really strong with the macro, with good call and stuff like that, it will be more B. He's actually decent on water map like Medit because he has restoration, which can be really helpful, and he also can boom easily. I mean, if you tend to go with his bonus, which is Archer, you can easily boom on 3TC, whatever you lost or you won your water, but you can really easily boom and just switch to Archer. And even if you fight like full Turma, some archer and epicons can defend pretty well with Hades and his building building hit points bonus and stronger archer, so it's pretty okay on weather map. And I will put Isis as a overall because she's really, I mean, it's Egyptian, so on water map it's gonna be like kinda, what, how can I say that? It's kinda like a free win, and if you have a really decent macro, you can literally destroy any opponent pretty much on water. On water, I mean, Medit it's kinda different because you can get some tricky stuff and matchup, but I mean on Anatolia, it's really, Egyptian is really strong because whatever if your opponent has the middle of the map, you still have two gold mine, which is literally enough to get your Migdol and a really strong army and push with Ancestor and Eclipse. And of course, it's Egyptian, so it's dog spam everywhere. Same for Midgar, pretty much. Spam dogs, just go fast heroic, put Migdol, and just destroy your opponent. So on water, she's literally like S tier. But on lane, she's kinda tricky just because she can be outplay kinda pretty much with Norse player. Well, it's kinda harder for Odin and Thor, but against Loki, it's like 50-50. On land, actually, she might struggle a bit against Poseidon and even Ra and Set actually. And the exception is Zeus, because if your opponent is as good as you, I mean, and if you play Isis and he's playing Zeus, you might probably just win the game all the time, because Zeus require stronger skill to beat Isis, but overall she's A for me. Uh, Chronos. Chronos, I would put him in B because it's kinda the kind of god which is really good just to crush. I mean, crush or rush. Like 330 crush is kinda coin flip, but he can do really strong rush, actually map control. But overall, he lacks of advantage and stuff like in heroic and mythic age. So yeah, I mean, of course, in all the god I will place, it's literally just my opinion, of course, and you will always think that I'm wrong because you already know some player which are literally so strong with their gods, which can bring them almost like all their gods to S tier. But it's overall for me the 1v1 meta and the overall skill that the god needs and what he can provide you in the game. And for me, like in this example, Chronos is kinda tricky to play because it's, for me, a kind of coin flip god. So it might be kinda really hard god to main and to get really good at. So yeah, I would place it in B. Okay, so my Loki. So Loki is actually, it's kinda a coin flip we got too, but in plenty of matchup is gonna win his map control, is gonna lead the game. But I would say it's kinda ace and A tier for Loki. Sad we can't put just right here. I'm gonna explain why. So is overall Loki is really strong to control the game just by reading, and usually by reading, but sometimes by rushing, just get map control. But for me is really strong because people are actually scared by Loki, and there is a reason. It's just because of the speed of his raids, of his RC, I mean, and the fact that he can literally spawn mythic units in a fight, which can literally turn a fight into his favor. So I think a lot of players are kind of scared of Loki, even more in team game, which is probably S rank in team game for me. But in some really high level 1vs1 is is, I mean, you're gonna lose some hard matchup easily if your opponent is as good as you, and it's literally against him. So yeah, for me is overall everyone can see Loki as ace tier, but since he has some tricky matchup, like it's like not even set, it's just two. I mean, Zeus can literally rush Loki, and if Loki doesn't prepare any else, or if Loki loses too much RC and doesn't get enough army for flaming weapons, it's just gonna lose map control. It's pretty the same against Poseidon, which gonna do RS rush, for example. If you lose way too much building in early game and you just get literally fooled by Hippocrates, you have literally no way to come back as Loki. So yeah, Loki can be good to take map control, but he can be rushed or just slow down with shooting sense and can't really hurt like set hunting under STC. So in some matchup is gonna struggle really hard. So yeah, basically take just Loki as between S and A tier. Okay, so Odin. I will put Odin in A just because he has pretty much the same I would say kind of the same map control as Loki, which is a really good thing because he has decent Earth arc with Lone Wanderer to get a higher speed on your Earth arc. But the thing is lacking is he has no flaming weapons. He can do pretty good thing on water with like fast heroic with Norge and the Kraken. But yeah, he has also Ragnarok, which isn't bad, but since he doesn't have flaming weapons, it's kind of weaker like Ragnarok. But he's gonna lack early game most of the time against against exactly the same set and Zeus, even Poseidon and sometimes Chronos, but Chronos he can deal pretty well against him with some good micro and Ursak reading. But yeah, he has good Ilford units too, which makes him decent in heroic age. And with Caddy, he can pretty much get decent economy with the harvesting, the upgrade for the farms. So yeah, he has better economy. Can get better economy with to get prepared strong Ragnarok, but most of the time he's gonna struggle in early game against aggressive gods, and his Ragnarok is less stronger than Thor, so it's gonna be a bit hard for him to deal against some of the gods. And I will place Uranus as S tier, but it's kinda like Loki, but Uranus has the advantage. I mean, I will say Uranus is kinda the Loki, the the Loki Atlantean. I mean, he has really strong raids with Murmio and well, I mean, which human units which get more speed. With the Valor, he has decent control on his hero population. I mean, so he has really strong mobility. He can literally make raids just with Turma, which makes him able to boom easily while he's making citizen. And actually, it's really how to say that he can make plenty plays. I mean, he can go like 4 minutes, 4:30. He can kind of boom right away like Gaia, even if it's mostly not a good idea. And Atlantean are pretty good on water because of the early Aras 4:30 with Byrim. So yeah, overall, I think Uranus doesn't have that bad matchup. He might at some level he might struggle against a priest rush, against Isis, but it's actually a god which can be learned pretty easily, and you can get really strong without playing hours of Uranus. So for me, yeah, is S tier. Okay, so I would place literally Poseidon exactly as the same as Loki, so between S and A, just because he's exactly like Loki. I mean, you replace Aesir with Epicons. It's pretty much the same amount of resource. It's just you reverse gold and food and some 10% reduction of the Epicons for Poseidon. So he can have a decent map control too, like Loki. It's Greek, so his macro is a bit harder than Norse, but he can do really well, like booming and raiding at the same time. If you have a really strong macro and some good map awareness for your raids, it's really strong gods. So that's why I'm gonna place him just as Loki and between S and A. Okay, so Ra will be the same for me. I mean the same. For me, Ra is between Ace and A2, just because in 1 vs 1, if you have a closed map which where you can boom just 2TC and do your 2TC pta boom, you are, I mean, you did like half of the game already just by booming, and then you just have to pay attention to what your opponent is doing, to not to just try to be aggressive as possible once you get heroic, and pretty much it's all you can do at some level, at some elo, I mean, and you just gonna win all the game like that. So for that point, is easy to play if you just do booms like all the game. But I would say on water it's kinda harder. He has the dog spam, but he doesn't have a really strong combo with God Power like the Ancestor and Eclipse that Isis can have. So on water it's pretty hard for him to deal against some like Chronos. I would say it's really hard to play right against Chronos on water. So yeah, I will place him between Ace and A, just because the Ace, because at some elo it's just gonna auto win most of the game just by doing 2TC boom. But then it just depends on the map. If his gold isn't really secure and you make him lose a lot of time, and if you boom at the same times, you can do something even and win a raw. So pretty depends. Okay, so Set here is literally for me one of the best gods you can play, and it was even fucking worse before all the patch. So Set, do I need to explain why? He can convert animals and he can fuck you at 4 minutes in the game just by doing one shifty sense. Of course, you have to play super safe to avoid losing too much, but if Set managed to get a really decent amount of conversion on on the map before 4 minutes, you might take a small boost in the face when he does his shooted sense. And while he does that, it's just gonna boom a second TC and take some map control and usually try to end safe. And even if you didn't lose too much villager or lost almost nothing, you are already behind just because the time you lost just by dealing with the shitty sense. Just he has already 2TC booming. So usually it's, I mean, it's kinda hard to come back just because of that. So you usually have two choices. So either you try to boom and try to hold his boom too while when you're gonna get heroic, which is kinda hard, or you just stay on 1TC, you make full army, and you just try to get the map control around this 2TC, and you just try to gold starve him. But of course it's gonna be hard because he's gonna have a better economy, so even if you win the first wave, I mean the first fight, he can still pretty much come back. As long as he has gold, Set gonna be fine because it's just gonna take wood and just gonna spam chariots as much as he wants. And even if you have like literally full tumor, which is kinda bad anyway, but it just full turmoil with siege tower, full chariots and siege tower against your turmoil, you're just gonna lose anyway. So yeah, it's just some example which plays set for me as S tier because it's just in every single game. If he wants to boom, he's just gonna he can't get stopped from booming. Maybe Chronos if he does some tricky crush, but pretty much Set's gonna always have the map control on any matchup, and that's why he's so strong. So for me, he literally deserves S, and it's probably even the best S tier. So just gonna place like that. Fuck this. Okay. So Thor. Okay, so Thor it's a bit hard to choose because for me it's like A tier, but some of the time it's just gonna be between B and A. I'm just gonna place him A tier just because Thor is actually a decent Norse on water because he has better economy in the way you can have a shipper dwarf and you can also put some dwarf on the wood too, and he has the armory upgrade which can be researched at any age, which I know it's quite rare to see those armory upgrades used by player on water map, but sometimes it's just gonna be make the difference, like the fletching pitch, which can be really helpful to win some water fight. So it's actually decent on water, and he can do some really early advance, which can sometimes make him lead the game, have the map control, and just boom second TC, and just try to avoid losing too much villager and get Ragnarok most of the time. But in some of the matchup, for me, Thor is just literally supposed to lose every matchup. Like take Thor against Uranus, I don't think Thor is supposed to win any single game. Maybe on water, but on land, Uranus just gonna outboom Thor and just get usually map control, which Thor gonna struggle a lot. So usually he has only the only option to get Ragnarok, which isn't really easy against Uranus. And even sometimes with Ragnarok, it's not enough. With Ragnarok and the flaming weapons, it's not enough. So it's kinda hard. Like against Isis too. On land, it's a bit better, but like you take Anatolia, I don't think Thor is supposed to have a chance to. So yeah, it's pretty balanced. Not balanced, but pretty up and down for Thor. To give my real opinion, sometimes it can be really strong. If you can, like Wuthering Hole, if you can boom kinda safe, it's gonna be okay for him most of the time. But yeah, usually, I will say it's A tier. And we have Zeus, where I'm gonna place him as S tier, actually, because for me, Zeus is the most polyvalent god I hope it's in English. It's an English word too. I mean, I hope it's the same. That's French, which mean he can literally adapt his strategy against pretty much every god. He can rush, he can boom, he can raid with Hermes, he can sometimes even fast mythic or fast heroic on water. So for me, this is really like the complete version of the perfect god. I mean, not I mean a perfect god in the gameplay, because even if he has plenty strategy, it's they are polyvalent strategy, and you take like set, it's just gonna be like always the same 2TC and just get heroic and usually try to finish the game at this point. But just has plenty of option. Most of them are really just strong. You can try plenty of strategy against plenty gods. He's really strong. He has really strong hoplites, strong infantry even in end game, even more in Steam. Like after the 2.8 patch, I think it's 2.8. It's gonna have stronger Mimidon, which was already fucking annoying to play against. But yeah, he has also probably the best late game ever. So yeah, strong rush with Hermes, favor bonus too. So yeah, it's pretty much really strong god. It's gonna have hard matchup and it's gonna have easy matchup, but overall it's basically, I mean, if I have to choose, I would say set is the best, and literally Chronos and Zeus literally just literally above. And then I will place Loki, Poseidon, and Ra in between the ace and the A rank. And then Gaia, Hades, Isis, Odin, and Thor, I will place them as A tier. And I will just place Chronos as B tier. So yeah, pretty much that's it for the video. I hope my English wasn't that trash. You still got my point. And feel free to discuss in the comment section about which god you will place in which rank, and give me your opinion, and hope you're gonna enjoy. See ya. Okay, so I'm just gonna do just little update after shooting my video to explain the rank. I'm just gonna place the 3 gods in S plus tier, and just gonna explain it's S tier. It's like S tier but slightly better, so that's why I'm placing just like that, and otherwise the rest is in change. See ya.